Our top focus will be on right now, starting with our continuous coverage of the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war, wherein Ukraine, at least 10 people have been killed after Russian strikes hit a medical center in Ukraine's northeastern city of Sumy. There were 86 patients and 38 staff members in the hospital at the time of the attack, and this is according to the Ukrainian officials. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged the world to pay attention to what Russia is targeting. He said they were waging war on hospitals, medical centers and civilians. Ukraine's Air Force earlier said that they had shot down 69 out of 73 drones during an overnight Russian attack that included 2 ballistic and cruise missiles. The military further said that about 15 Russian drones were destroyed by air defense forces on the outskirts of capital Kyiv. Now, the attack comes as Zelensky is urging the West to allow Kyiv to use long-range precision weapons to strike deep inside Russia. Meanwhile, in an interview, Zelensky said that he received very direct information from the former US President Donald Trump on supporting Ukraine if he wins the November 5th polls. Ukrainian soldiers on the battlefield have reacted to Zelensky's face-to-face meeting with Trump.
Просто меня удивляет, что
It surprises me that the US, with its biggest military budget, is afraid to supply us with weapons. They also create jobs while producing ammunition and expanding production. Nevertheless, I think it's easier to supply us and give us an ability to fight instead of sending American soldiers, like in Afghanistan and elsewhere.
Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has warned against trying to fight to victory with a nuclear power. During an address at the UNGA, Lavrov said that the specter of nuclear threat and confrontation has started.
I will not talk here about the senselessness and danger of the very idea of trying to fight to victory with a nuclear power, which is Russia. No less senseless is the incantation of Kyiv's Western masters about the lack of alternative to negotiations based on the notorious peace formula.
Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister, like I said, he has warned against trying to fight to victory with a nuclear power. And these comments by the Russian top diplomat comes 3 days after Russian President Vladimir Putin aired a shift in Moscow's nuclear doctrine, where he warned the West that Russia could use nuclear weapons if it was struck with conventional missiles, and that Moscow would consider any assault on it supported by nuclear power to be a joint attack. Now, more than 2.5 years into the fighting, Russia is making slow but continuous gains in Ukraine's east. Meanwhile, Zelensky is pushing what he calls a peace formula, which has been rubbished by Moscow as a doomed ultimatum. North Korea, that is known to have supplied arms to Russia for the war in Ukraine, has been the latest to jump in. Kim Yo-young, the powerful sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, said that Washington is escalating the Ukraine conflict and driving all of Europe to the brink of a nuclear war. North Korea said on Sunday that US military aid to Ukraine is what it called an incredible mistake and playing with fire against nuclear power Russia.